2024, the first trading day of the year. Now, I want to take a look at the autopilot trading system. Typically, I like to start it after 10 o'clock. So currently, we're in a trade long $375. A lot of times, traders that are using the system like to close the position, especially as you can see the market's beginning to go flat or sideways. It's kind of range bound. So this is a great opportunity if you are using the autopilot trading system to close the position. You can bank your money. We have a profit target, which is about 80 ticks in this case. It's 100 ticks to the short side, 80 ticks to the long side. So our goal is really to try to reach, with a trailing stop, the largest target possible. Hello traders, it's day 3 of the Trade Scalper Challenge, where we trade 3 days in a row using the Trade Scalper program, the software, the method, to see if we are successful. Currently, what you're seeing on the chart is 5 separate long signals the Trade Scalper software is providing to us. Now remember, you learned the Trade Scalper method, so you don't have to use the software. For those traders who want to learn, who are interested in understanding price action, we teach you the method. And so you could use this method, the Trade Scalper, on any charting platform. But it's good to see that there are no flip-flop, there's no confusion, everything is to the long side. So really what I'm after is identifying another long opportunity, a long trade that I can take advantage of. And so I just have to be patient, I just have to wait. We're going to see what happens here. Because I understand the method, I know what's expected, I'm almost certain that we're going to see a long opportunity, and that's exactly right. 47, 41, 50 is my long entry, or at least I want to try to get as close to this price as possible. Now, those of you who are following along, who have the software, who know the method, some of you just go in right at market, and that's fine. If the market is strong, you may not want to skip out on this trade. I'm going to try to be as exact as possible. I'm going to try to get 47, 41, 75. So I'm actually trying to get within a tick of the price that I know that I'm willing to achieve. The previous signal there, long, just ran away. I'm not going to chase it, even though it would have been successful if I just went in at market. Now we have a double wick. 47.53 is the entry, 43.53 quarter. Great opportunity. I like the way it looks. The market is actually going sideways, so I can probably get even the exact price or a better price. Once again, as you can see, there's no reason to chase the market. Follow it up with bad fills. 47.53 quarter or better. Use a limit order, use a market if touched order, and it is Friday, so on Fridays, typically as the day progresses, the market gets slower or more range bound. So be careful on Fridays. Don't trade right until the end of the day or until the close. One other thing you should know, markets love to test where they've been. So if you look at the highs, where the market has been for the day, more likely than not, it'll try to test that or try to do a double top or try to get to that price. So I'm actually positioned in a really good opportunity now to go long, with the idea that all the previous signals were long, number one. Number two, market likes to test highs and lows of the day. So we're going long, thinking that the market is going to test those highs. So really positioned in a good environment right now. Long, 5 contracts. You can do 1 contract. You can do micro contracts. You just adjust this to 3 points. So 3 points is 12 ticks. For those of you who want to learn the difference between ticks and points, 4 ticks, 1 point. 12 ticks is 3 points. So the math is very simple. If you're looking to find out what happened during the first 2 days of the 3-day challenge, the links are below in the description of this video to find out what happened within the 3 days. This is the 3rd day of the Trade Scalper Challenge. Our goal was to find out if we could trade 3 days in a row, successful, profitable in all 3 days, only taking 1 or 2 trades per day at a time. Usually the first few trades in the morning are usually stronger, better. Don't trade right into the afternoon or into the close. Typically the market is too slow, or sometimes it gets erratic with the news events, right, that happen, like the FOMC on Wednesdays. All right, again, not holding on to a position for an hour, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Really, that's the idea, to see where we're at at the end of a few minutes to see if we're in profitable territory. And that was actually 3 minutes into this trade. 2 points, 3 points, whatever you wanted to make. This is successful. I like to use the ATR for the profit target and stop, but 3 points is what I had. And now you're done. 3-day challenge using the Trade Scalper. Email us if you have any questions. You can get the Trade Scalper with accelerated mentorship, or you can get it on its own. Until next time, good trading. Hello traders, it's day 2 of the 3-day challenge using the Trade Scalper. Let's see if we can be profitable and successful 3 days in a row using just the Trade Scalper software. Currently, we see that there are 4 long signals on the chart and one previously which was short, and that was pre-market. So right now, 47, 57, 75, a great opportunity to go long. The reason why I'm going to go long is because previously you can see that there are the previous 3 long opportunities or signals, which indicates to me we have a strong trend to the upside. I want to try to see if we can take advantage of this long opportunity. Take a look at the ATR, the average true range, about 2 points. So that's a good idea, good understanding that the goal, the profit target, as well as how we configure our stops is based on that ATR, about 7-8 ticks. Now, if you want to trail a stop, if you want to have a larger profit target, or even if you just want a small profit target on each of these signals the Trade Scalper produces, you can do that because you're always in control. I like to use the ATM strategy, but you don't have to. The ATM strategy places the targets and the stops for me just like that. And now you can adjust it. So if you want to adjust for a larger profit target, in this case I'm going for 3 points. And if you want to adjust your stop for a smaller stop loss, you can do that as well. The other thing to mention is that the Trade Scalper is based on price action. So we want to teach you how this works, but we don't use any type of conventional indicator. So Daytradetowin is focused on price action trading, which means that if you've tried moving average crossovers or MACDs or Bollinger Bands and all the other type of methods that exist out there. Now the next thing to focus on is the length of time. I always talk about these type of trades. You're in, you're out, you take these smaller targets and smaller stops just a few times a day. You don't even need the software. If you're using TradingView, you can manually trade using the Trade Scalper. And the best part of it is that you pick your trades. You don't have to trade every single signal. You can absolutely just trade in the morning, in the afternoon, stop if you're ahead. That's what I do. Once you're up for the day, there's no need for you to continue trading. Less is often better. Hello traders, today we're going to discuss starting over in 2024 trading 9 tips. I'm going to give everyone, this is going to be great for the new traders, even for the seasoned traders who are looking for an edge and are having a difficult time in the markets in the current conditions. I'm going to offer 9 tips to start over in 2024. So starting over in 2024, day trading or swing trading, futures trading, stock trading, whatever you're going to do, let's start off with price action. Starting off with price action means avoiding all of the typical indicators that exist. So for example, if you're looking at moving averages, you're looking at Bollinger Bands, Keltner channels, MACDs, RSI, the only indicators that we really should be looking at is the ATR, the average true range, which is this line down here with a value of 4. And looking at is the ATR, the average true range, which is this line down here with a value of 4. And this is universal if you're looking at a daily chart, hourly chart, 20-second chart, 1-minute chart. So I have this on a 1-minute chart. This is what we're going to have as an understanding of price action. The next thing we're going to look at is whether the market is in a trend or not in a trend. And so if you look at currently, the market is going down, and you can see that this is a trend. Now the market is going either up or sideways. So as you can see right now, we have to understand whether or not the market is in a trend. Now there's a lot of different ways that you can understand if the market's in a trend or not. There's a couple of things that I like to do when it comes to understanding a trend. I look at time, I look at number of candles. So there's a unique way of looking at price action, things that we teach here at Daytradetowin. The next thing we're going to look at is using a practice account and understanding the charts without risking any real live money. Instead of opening up a brokerage account immediately, especially if you don't have any experience, use a practice account. So I use NinjaTrader, which is free, and it does include live data for 2 weeks. So we recommend NinjaTrader. The software that we have is available with NinjaTrader. So a practice account is really important. Learn and understand without risking any money and making mistakes. Next, we're going to look at trading very small and learning in increments, starting with the micro contracts. The micro contracts are 1/10 the size. At this point, it's not about making the $1 million that you want to make. It's about learning and making the mistakes without losing a lot of money. So micro contracts are perfect when you're ready and after you've practiced and you understand a little bit more about trading. Now, the micro contracts here on NinjaTrader, you can come right here to the drop down menu, and they have here a section called micros, and we recommend the micro e-minis, but you can choose any of these micros. So I'll come here to MES, which is the micro e-mini, and this is going to give you the micro chart, the micro contract. The prices move up and down in the same way. Really, the risk is much smaller. Fourth, understanding the concepts of slow versus fast market environments. I touched on this earlier. I like to use an understanding or have an understanding whether the market is fast or slow. I use the ATR, the average true range. So let me just show you what that is. It's this line here on the bottom. When you come here to indicators, it's called the ATR, the average true range, which is right here, ATR. I already have it on my chart, and I use a setting of 4. And what this does is it explains to me that the last 4 candles, high to low, on average are moving a certain distance. When the market is slow, typically we have a lot of chop and the market doesn't trend, we don't have any movement. So when the market is slow, the ATR is small. I like to dictate that with a value. Whenever the ATR, the average true range, is at 1 or lower, it tells me that the market is typically slower. You may want to stay away. And you can see that right now the market is above 1 and it's pretty active. Now, if I come back here, how many of these choppy trades and whipsaw do you see here whenever it's below 1? So there is a relationship when the market is slow compared to a choppiness and a non-movement. We want to stay away from that. Number 5, don't overtrade. Know when to stop. If you're trading all day long and you're not seeing any results and you're winning, you're losing, you're winning, you're losing. How many times can this happen? All you're doing is making your broker rich. So what that tells me is that overtrading doesn't really help you. 1 trade, 2 trades, you already have a sense of where the day is going. If you're trading 10 or 20 times a day, we really have to see a result. Trading 5 times a day, it's normal, it's not a problem. Maybe even 8 times, up to 10, you're pushing it. Overtrading is a big problem. Revenge trading is a big problem. Know when to stop. So as an example, you don't have to trade right until the end of the day. The end of the day is typically slower and is unpredictable, as there's a squeeze on day traders. So trade during a certain time of day, which is now number 6, and too fast. So we had a news event this morning. Typically the news events come out at 8:30. We see this huge spike in the average true range because these candles are huge. So each candle here on average is 7 points, 8 points, 9 points. It's a very strong market. So we like strong markets, we like volatility, but this may be too strong for the average trader. So whenever you see the ATR above 5, 6, it tells me that we are in some hot tamale sauce volatility. You need to be very careful because it's so easy for the market to move and go against you under these conditions. Since the market is moving so fast, let's wait until it gets back to normal. So our goal is whenever you see the ATR above 5 or 6, this is typically a stronger market. You may want to stay away. And you can see here that anything in between is considered healthy and normal. Time of day is really important. You don't have to trade from the beginning of the session to the end of the session. Pick a block of time, 3-4 hours within that day. The market is healthy without interfering with news events. Time of day for me is typically after the market opens, maybe 15 minutes, half hour after the market opens, making sure there's no news events, and then 3 hours between 10 and 1 or 2 o'clock, and that is a perfect block of time to trade. So time of day makes a big difference when you're trading. We're looking at the financial markets, the E-mini S&P 500, using a 1-minute chart. Those of you who are members, remember to join us every day in our live trading room. We have the roadmap software, price action based. It's that shaded area. And the Trade Scalper just produced a signal, 5,008.50. So, knowing what we know about price action, Daytradetowin teaches how to look at the markets a little bit different using price action. The idea behind using both of these indicators is to identify if we have anything conflicting, which means that we do not want to enter long in that roadmap area. So going long as it leads up to that roadmap area is perfectly fine. It's a great long trade, 5,008.50. So those of you who have the Trade Scalper should be long at this point, leading you up to the roadmap zone. So price action, things that we teach here at Daytradetowin. The next thing we're going to look at is using a practice account and understanding the charts without risking any real live money. Instead of opening up a brokerage account immediately, especially if you don't have any experience, use a practice account. So I use NinjaTrader, which is free, and it does include live data for 2 weeks. So we recommend NinjaTrader. The software that we have is available with NinjaTrader. So a practice account is really important. Learn and understand without risking any money and making mistakes.